So I want to introduce Ms. Paulette Guajardo. She is a part of CCAD, actually. She is one of our councilwomen at large, which means that she is representing all of Corpus Christi, but she is also a daughter of CCAD. Her father worked at CCAD for 30 plus years in our blade shop, and she always reminds me of that every time I see her. But she's a great supporter of CCAD, a very, very gracious lady. I'd like to introduce Councilwoman Paulette Guajardo. Thank you for coming.
Thank you so much. Thank you, Colonel. Well, good morning. It is a pleasure to be with you all today, and thank you to Colonel Alan Lancetta. It is truly an honor to be with you today and to work with you on ways that we can strengthen opportunities and trailblaze a path that will deliver prosperity to our community. Because when one of us succeeds, all of us achieve our goals as a community to be the best we can be. I am inspired by the stellar leadership you provide every single day. That is a testimonial to the extraordinary partnership of our city and the Corpus Christi Army Depot. Today is about people and how together we support and create jobs, therefore supporting the city of Corpus Christi residents. Our partnership brings promise to our people and community, that together we will continue to evolve, improve, and deliver ever greater value by bringing out the best in each other, and that we are committed to making our community better in every way possible. Today illustrates the spirit of how far we have come and what we hope to achieve as a military community that continues to honor as our home Naval Air Station Corpus Christi, the Corpus Christi Army Depot, and Coast Guard Sector Corpus Christi. Today's promise inspires me as your at-large council lady to thank you and express my most sincere appreciation to each and every one of you for your commitment to the assets you bring as citizens, as families, as stewards of our workforce. Together, we bring unique and important services to our regional community. So today I want to touch on some vital information that I hope will bring value to you on utilities, joint land use planning, land acquisition, facilities, financial assistance, legislative priorities, community cooperation and job training, and higher education and what it means to this community. As the largest municipality in the Coastal Bend, Corpus Christi is home of thousands of employees and active duty military and civilian employees. If you are an active duty military employee, please stand and be recognized. Do we have any active? No active, okay. Do we have one? Yes, we do. Well, thank you. You are unsung heroes in our community. We thank you for your service. We thank every veteran in the house today. Please stand and be recognized if you are a veteran. Wow. We owe you all a debt of gratitude for your service to our beloved United States of America, the land of the free, the home of the brave. From 2012 to 2016, the city has provided over 265 million gallons of effluent water to the Navy's golf course at absolutely no cost. That translates to an estimated $266,000. The city is the wholesaler of raw water to the base and charges the Navy, the Army Depot, and tenant commands the lowest available rate. We do that because it is the right thing to do. As your council lady, it is incumbent on me to see that we continue to provide this to you. In 2013, the city, Nueces County, and Naval Air Station Corpus Christi completed a joint land use study, which included viable recommendations for planning and zoning policy changes that also includes annexation and acquisition of land so as to ensure that we're compatible with the flight training missions. The city is actively implementing zoning policy changes and are proactively annexing land to prevent incompatible development, impacts from wind farm developments, and working on establishing an airport zoning board to further protect valuable critical airspace from national hazards. Protecting the naval base is an integrity issue for us. It is therefore important to vigilantly monitor development activities that can potentially harm this community as a whole. Our commitment cannot be underscored. As a vital partner of our community, we will continue to grow this partnership and protect our base. We are one. Now let's look at land acquisition. Over the last 20 years, the city has acquired and held more than 30 acres of land, surging clear zones that are adjacent to three training airfields to prevent encroachments and high-density developments. It is our responsibility to keep sight of this and ensure that we have the airspace needed to continue the vital work that is done on a daily basis. Did you know that our local Corpus Christi International Airport also happens to be the new home of the Coast Guard Sector Corpus Christi, personnel and aviation assets? Following Hurricane Harvey, the United States Coast Guard aviation assets began moving from hurricane-damaged hangar space to the airport from Naval Air Station Corpus Christi. Partnerships at its finest is when we can collaborate in support of protecting community assets, as in this case. By the end of this year, the U.S. Coast Guard anticipates consolidating its local operations at the airport. We expect that this collaboration will bring more attention to both the airport and Coast Guard. Within the limits of Corpus Christi, the Naval Air Station utilized 4 airfields for its military flight training. Let's talk a few minutes about the financial assurance. At the end of 2014, the city received permission from the Texas Military Preparedness Commission, called the TMPC, and the Texas Bond Review Board to repurpose a $4.5 million loan from the Texas Military Revolving Loan Fund to fund several projects for 5 military projects that included improvements to Sam Rankin, acquisition of fee simple title, development easements, conservation easements, or other instruments that would prohibit incompatibilities and continue to protect the mission and purpose of Naval Air Station Corpus Christi. Other projects also included installing fencing at various parts of the base, plan, design, engineer, relocate utilities, and construct lanes inside and outside the south gate, and widen the taxiway leading to the U.S. Coast Guard facility to 75 feet, and for optimization of the safety of that taxiway. One thing vitally important in our community, to me, is safety. We have learned that there is nothing more critical than the safety of our community's residents. That is a value I hope will also resonate with each of you here today. We continue to work with partners such as the Department of Defense to secure grants that will enable us to secure fencing, for example. Additionally, we will collaborate on projects that secure water that is also vitally needed for our future. We commit to continue working to ensure that we provide resiliency to the Naval Air Station Corpus Christi and assure you that Colonel Lancetta and the City of Corpus Christi will work in tandem to secure grants that will enhance our community. And finally, legislating priorities that protect and enhance the Army Depot and the Coast Guard sector of Corpus Christi. We are committed to working with stakeholders and the military task force to pursue opportunities that require due diligence regarding wind farms and navigational radar that could potentially pose a threat to national security. We join forces to pursue the city's priorities that eliminate the production tax credit for wind farms. We support the development of the Gulfport Strategic Military Highway and passage of a National Defense Authorization Act. At the state level, we will continue to cooperate and collaborate with our elected officials to prohibit local tax exemptions for wind farms. We have much work to do with the United Chamber in support of the military task force. We are working alongside the new chamber president, Mr. Cleo Rodriguez, port officials, and higher education institutions to protect this much-needed funding that supports our military community. It is incumbent on all our city leadership to protect our base as an economic driver and job creator. As the daughter of a great family man who also, as Colonel Lancetta mentioned, is retired from CCAD, I will pledge every day to protect our military community. These are the times that we must work extraordinarily hard to give you our best and align ourselves with the knowledge needed to enhance opportunities for you. Investing in our Army Depot and our Coast Guard facilities is an honor for me personally. You protect our environment, you protect our port. The military community that we are makes us unique and proud Americans. I stand with you and am proud to call you members of a rich community that embraces a greater future for our Naval Air Station, home of the world's largest helicopter repair facility, home of the strong, and home of the brave. Thank you.